Good morning, Bill Hecke here with your Tuesday morning look at our Central Texas weather. It is Tuesday, 25th day of August, 2026. Our sunrise this morning was at 7 a.m. Sunset will be at 8:01. And the climatology out of Waco, your normal high temperature for date would be 96 degrees, the low 73. The record 110 set 2023. The low 62 set 1917. Yesterday we topped 106, 10 degrees above normal. The low 87 above normal. Yesterday's record 107 set in 2023 and the low 63 set in 1940. We do have a few clouds in the sky now. We've been having a little disturbed area that's rolling around the top of our high pressure ridge. And that's our big problem right now, is that we're under this ridge. We've got the trough of low pressure along the west coast, and we can make activity happening around that area. The low pressure itself is up in the Gulf of Alaska, and so there you get a lot more energy, and that trough extends all the way down then off the coast of Baja. And we do have the low pressure area in the eastern part of Canada and extending down through the eastern part of the lower 48, and right between those two is our dome of high pressure. That ridge then was pretty much centered over the desert southwest and into Texas, and it bulges north right on up to Canada. So the energy then develops around the lower pressure to the west of us, rides the wind flow to the northeast up over the top, and then comes down the east side, and that's the way we've been seeing our moisture mass work. It's been close to us, what we do, and we can see it this morning. I've got a lot of cloud cover. It's moving out of, say, New Mexico, Colorado, coming up around Kansas, the panhandle of Oklahoma, and the Texas panhandle, and then through Oklahoma. And then it's going back to the south then in eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, northeast Texas, and northern Louisiana. So I do pick up some cloud cover moving south to north. Now that's at the mid to upper level of the atmosphere. I've got some low-level moisture that I can see on satellite imagery. Now that moves south to north because the high-pressure ridge kind of stacks back to the northwest. The lower portion of it gives us a flow in off the Gulf, but that's very weak. And so I've got very few clouds showing, a little bit in deep south Texas, a little bit had moved up the east side of San Antonio, and that, of course, the atmosphere is stacked vertically. We always have to look at it in a three-dimensional mode to keep track of our moisture and the atmospheric ripples and waves, because they can occur at different levels of the atmosphere, but for the most part, we're under the ridge of high pressure. So it's clear to partly cloudy skies. We've got mostly 70s, but some areas, like the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you've got almost all 80s there, low to middle 80s, and a light southerly wind. Waxahachie was partly cloudy and 80, and then back to the west a bit, Stephenville, Comanche, Brownwood, Brady, clear to partly cloudy skies, all in the 70s, light southerly wind. Waco summary, we've had mostly cloudy skies reported the Waco, McGregor, Hillsboro area. The rest of it's clear to partly cloudy, except Fort Hood reported mostly cloudy, and there's a little bit of moisture mass that will drift over the equipment. And again, that equipment is limited in what it can see and report. And I've often told you, the old-timey weather observers would go stand outside and look from horizon to horizon in all directions and give you a good estimate of cloud cover in all directions and over their entire visual area. And that way you got a good feel for how many clouds or how much cloud cover was out there. But these days It's just a little peak at a small part over the top of the equipment, a little bit either side of that equipment. So not a good representation of the sky cover. You have to take into consideration everybody's cloud cover and kind of decide what kind of a sky you have. And ours is generally clear to partly cloudy, but occasionally you get enough moisture mass that it's reported as mostly cloudy. But anyway, we're all in the 70s this morning, except those numbers up around Waco, McGregor, and Hillsboro. And winds are all southerly and they're all generally light. Out towards Llano, Burnett, we had the skies clear. We had a cool number, 66 at Llano, and Burnett was 73 with calm winds. And then clear to partly cloudy skies, Georgetown down through San Antonio and on down to Grange and Giddings, mostly clear. And the temperatures all in the 70s. Georgetown was 77, Taylor 75, so was Camp Mabry, 71 Bergstrom, 73 Pflugerville, calm to light southerly. And then San Marcos was 72, New Braunfels 69 and calm, and then low 70s to middle 70s across San Antonio, again calm to light southerly. Brazos Valley was more upper 70s, 78 each, College Station, Bryan. Then Caldwell turned in 77, Brenham 76, and Huntsville 78. On I-45, more to the east, Huntsville mostly cloudy 78, but Conroe clear 79, and clear to partly cloudy across the Houston area, mid to upper 70s, except Houston Bush 81. And so that's your cloud cover. And the visibility is good, all locations. Our heat advisory is in effect until 9 p.m. Now, one thing about that advisory, it does cover a part of Central Texas, the Brazos Valley, East Texas, and then back to the west and up toward the Big Country, low rolling plains. But the extreme heat warning is in effect, and we've got Mills County, Lampasas, Coryell, McLennan, and we go north from there. That entire area up to the Red River and beyond is an extreme heat warning. So again today, a great deal of sunshine, temperatures anywhere from 98 to about 104, heat indices about 100, 105, 106, south winds will come in 5 to 10, a little bit warm or higher in the afternoon, 5 to 15. That's it. Tomorrow's going to be much like today. We've got this weak little wave that may be able to catch a part of our area, mainly northeast, Wednesday night into Thursday. We could see a few more clouds and winds. It won't have much effect on the temperatures, and if we get some moisture in your area, maybe a stray shower, but very weak. Not much going on. And then we're just sunny and hot. Now the temperature does modify downward a little bit as we go into the week and into the weekend, but we're still talking upper 90s and low triple digits, so mainly a 90s kind of number. And I've been talking about the possibility of getting a little bit of a frontal push down here as we move out of the first week of September into the second week of September. And we are starting to see a lot of frontal activity from the high pressure ridges to the north of us, bulging east. And most of the frontal passages and frontal boundaries have been anywhere from the upper midsection of the country down through the northeastern part of the U.S., and then it bulges on down to the southeast. We can get a front south of the Red River, but we don't have any push south. Now, if we can break down this ridge over just a little bit, we can drop a front down. So we're going to watch the system make its move in from the northwest beginning the 1st of September. And then we'll see, once that gets into the midsection of the country, if it can pick up a little surge of cool air behind it, that's the front I think we might be able to drop down here sometime anywhere from the, well, like I said, end of the first week into the second week. And that would be our first, I think, most organized front. I'm stretching it, but I'm looking for anything that would cool us down a little bit. Keep it cool and safe. Another hot day ahead from the Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Bill Hecke.